GM crypto news announced here. It is February 21st. And before I get into this video, please read the description below on the shilling of the taking of the tokens. But in any case, let's talk about the price action of the majors really quick. So Bitcoin, it was looking pretty bullish at 100K-ish. We're about to go even higher, honestly, and tab 102K. But as you guys can see from here, it is bled or pulled back down to 94.8K. And you guys are probably wondering what the fuck just happened. I'm going to cover it a little later, but essentially there was some black swans that happened. Once again, like, we can't get a fucking break with Bitcoin, man. We really can't. But this is not the end of it going to 91K. That was most likely the bottom. So we're actually going to recover, V-shaped recovery, I'm going to bet, in the next few days. But I'll talk about a bit why. But yeah, Ethereum got fucked because this was a target of it. Solana, yeah. So right now it looks pretty bad, but I'll talk about a bit more. So liquidation heat map wise, so earlier when it was at 99K, we saw liquidity heated around here at 95, but now that it's actually retracing that back upwards, and most likely that's the bottom, we could see it retrace back up to 100K in the next few days. So that's our prediction for Bitcoin's price action. But in any case, let's talk about the price action of the altcoins. So AI, of course, a lot of them got pulled back because of Bitcoin price action. Kind of sucks, but honestly, this is really good times to pick up good projects here. So virtuals as well, it was looking pretty decent, but then it got fucked because of Bitcoin. And even base memes, okay, base memes, some of them are doing pretty good, like KeyCat, for example, holding up pretty well, but a lot of them are just red on the day. Solana memes, nothing really too crazy to say. On the best Solana memes, if I were to say, also a bit of sideways, nothing really that crazy. And again, I think the strongest is AI, but yep. So quick it off on dashboard, market cap wise, going sideways, nothing really else to say. Order scan wise, well, here it is if you want to look at it. But let's talk about the tweets here. So Justin, Bybit crypto exchange hacked, 1.4 billion of ETH and ST stolen, Zach XBT reports. Yeah, so there was a hack of Bybit, and 1.4 billion of them was absolutely just hacked from, I guess who? The North Koreans. I think it was called the Lazarus Group or some shit. But that is a black swan event. You don't usually see that happen all the time. And as a result of that, the price of Bitcoin went fucking wrecked because people are like, oh my gosh, this is the end of it. But this is not bad for Bitcoin, perhaps. It's just a FUD sell, and it's most likely a bear trap. And then we're going to see a fuck you candle back up to the higher ranges here in the next few days, in my opinion. But Ethereum got the shortest end of the stick here. Obviously, it was looking good finally, and then boom, just absolutely raped because of that tweet here. But again, I just want to keep emphasizing, this doesn't mean we're going to go to 91K. I mean, 91K is still possible, you could say, because it hasn't even tested that yet after the large liquidation event. But for now, at least, and with all the FUD going on, it's actually showing a lot of strength, Bitcoin. So there's more probability of it actually going higher instead. Perhaps we'll see 102K, but yeah. So let's look at this, where agents taking physical form as protoclone became the first bipedal musculoskeletal android. So I'm just going to talk about agents here, AI, but there are developments being made with this AI bio thingamajiggy. It's just kind of weird, but yeah. But let's look at this, where, so China COVID, options expiry, Bybit hack. What else we got coming on a Friday afternoon, just hours before New York close? Yeah, so there's a lot of things on this day where a lot of FUD would happen in Bitcoin. But as I was saying earlier, the fact it was at 100K and only dropped 5%, despite all these black swans, it's just showing how strong Bitcoin is. But let's look at this as well. So SEC staff have agreed to dismiss their case against us pending commission approval, but this isn't the end, it's the beginning. And if there was ever a time to build, that time is now. Thank you to everyone who stood with us and stood with crypto. Yeah, so there was a case being made against Coinbase here, the SEC, and they're essentially saying, yeah, guys, screw you, and we're going to sue you for some stupid ass shit, right? But the fact is that since the case got closed, actually, this is so bullish on base chain, because now there's going to probably be some sort of a push by the actual SEC on base. Maybe do some partnerships instead of trying to sue them for whatever the fuck was going on here. But of course, this is so bullish for base. So let's look at this. I'm not going to talk about the whole tweet here, but on a serious, more an uplifting note, after all trauma-induced shit posting, one, if after we got comboed with the biggest crypto heist in crypto history, with terrorist turmoils, with Japan terrorists, with the Epstein file release, with the specter of Kanye meme coin drop, plus the new COVID scare fatality, and we're somehow still absorbing and floating above 95K support, I'm gonna kiss you all on the forehead. Yeah, absolutely insane here. Where all of the craziness of Bitcoin and all of the super FUDs by the news, it only dropped like 5%, as I said. Well, it shows how strong this is. Where, so look at this, where this matters, culture matters, and today has nothing to change the cleansing that is underway. We're showing resilience, fast and decisive action from within. Zach solved the case in record time and will be moving onwards very soon, in my own opinion. So yeah, things are going to get very, very, very good. But let's look at this word. The term black swan starts to lose meaning when you have 8 of them in a few months. Yeah. So Bitcoin is absorbing all of the black swans lately, the tariffs, the AI news, the recent Bybit hacking by the North Koreans. All of this is being priced into Bitcoin, and at this point, I would suppose, okay, the worst thing that could happen right now is World War III, but the chance of that happening currently is pretty low. But that is probably the bear case for us to actually go down to like 80s, 70s, right? But for now, with all these black swan events, like generally terrible things going out, and the fact that we only dropped this much is such a good thing. Bitcoin showing a lot of strength. Again, I'm super bullish currently. I know I've been bearish the last couple of days, but now it's time to be bullish. So last tweet here, just in, 927 billion was wiped out of the U.S. stock market today, recording its worst day of 2025. Yup. This is a result of also the COVID news where there's essentially saying, oh, COVID, we've just found a new strain in China. And I don't know if it's real or not, but it can't, if there's another COVID, it's not going to be as bad as the first black swan for that, right? It's because the market has already remembered that somehow. So it's going to be a lesser effect. But that's pretty much all I want to say in this video. A pretty short one here because I got to do some other shit today and just wanted to briefly cover what's going on in the crypto markets currently. I just want to say we're still extremely bullish, at least Bitcoin wise. And the fact that it's only dropped that like 5% or so, like, even if you look at the RSI, it's so oversold on the hourly, and this usually comes back for some sort of reversion higher, backwards to the higher ranges here. And what happens after that? Well, I'm expecting actually a bit of a upside grindiness until the upper ranges, and perhaps we can see a breakout to 120, 130K. So I'm pretty bullish. 1 to 2 weeks the next couple weeks are going to be pretty nice. So if you have any capital at all to deploy, this is your chance here. And yeah, not financial advice. That's just my own opinion, of course. But that's pretty much all I want to say in this video. Look at AI, and then there's some memes, like base memes I would say are good, but base AI, Solana AI are probably the best choices. I still think AI is the best places actually where it's going to go the hardest first, and then memes. So yeah, that's pretty much all I'm saying, and I'll see you guys.